Hello and happy Monday. You guys know me, usually I love Mondays. Today was really rough. I'm having a pity party for myself. If you know me, I've been struggling with issues with my wrist, and today I went to another specialist, the next step up, and things didn't look so great. I got an injection in my wrist, and so I can't wait to just watch the Vikings tonight. But in the meantime, I am excited to bring you today's live video because it is number 10. And had it been any other number, I probably would have said, hey, I'll do this video tomorrow, but they told me tomorrow is going to be my worst day of pain and to just really lay low. It was kind of incentive for me to create today's card for you guys and bring some joy. And I still love stamping, and so it did bring me joy and kind of got rid of some pain thoughts too in my mind. So hi Lois, hi Marie, hi Mary, and everybody else, and Julie too. So lots of you are joined in. So before I get started and even show you my card, because I feel like just distracted tonight, I did get a box from UPS and I have to show you what was in the box. So the next new mini catalog, and it is, I can't even show you an inside page because that would breach Stampin' Up's policies. There's 91 pages here. So that tells you how wonderful this next occasions catalog, or the next, they call it the January to June catalog. That tells you how wonderful it's going to be, and celebration. So the best thing about celebration is the word sales. So that starts, both of these start January 3rd, gives me plenty of time to prepare samples for you, plenty of time to build some excitement. So this is what I might be browsing through too during tonight's halftime or something during the Vikings. But just know that I will be working on getting these out in the mail to you soon too. So if you normally don't get catalogs from me or things like that, let me know, because I will be putting together my list to submit to Stampin' Up to let them know who should be receiving these through me, or excuse me, from me through them. So yeah, so these are fantastic. Believe me, I'm super excited. Hi, Diane. Okay, so for today's card, I decided to go monochromatic. I've always loved the thrill of non-thrill, monochromatic. It's kind of, I love food that's really bland and not spicy and not lots of stuff. And I feel like maybe that's what monochromatic cards are to me. Hi Marie, hi Renee. And so this is today's cute little Thanksgiving squirrel card. So monochromatic, and I kind of want to show you other ways that you can easily adapt this card to anything too. So I think I am ready to turn around my camera and show you how to do this card. So we are on card number 10 already. It just is flying by. Okay, let me get my angle at a good spot here. Hello, Linda. So here is the card so that you can see it right on, looking the right way. So happy Thanksgiving, cute little squirrel and cute little acorns there too. I even thought about, I don't know, maybe I'll even during the presentation when I'm doing it, put a squirrel in front of them and see if I like that better too. Sometimes I'm sure you guys do this too. You make a card, maybe make another one, or you make a card and keep adding to it until you've overdone it. Hi, Donna. Hello. So how to start with my chromatic scheme is I grabbed my grip is kind of off too. So this is where I got my injections. You can see my wrist is pretty swollen. So yeah, it was kind of interesting to see. They did it through ultrasound, so I could see exactly where the needle was being injected in there too. So luckily I handled needles well, but still it was like, wow, that was quite the experience. So I'm taking the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper, and that comes from the annual catalog on page 150. So these are the new In Color. So I kind of like, because these are the new ones, how they highlighted, and I'm using the cinnamon cider for tonight's card, and those are the other In Colors, but just Snow too. that if you are more of a Regals girl or soft subtles or something like that too, there are other color combinations too that you can go with the brights, neutrals, Regals, subtles, and then you can get this year's colors, which I'm using, and last year's too. So that's, like I said, on page 150. So that's where I'm pulling these cute patterns. So you're getting, when you get these, like you guys are used to always seeing me use pretty papers, and they're usually designed with lots of color. Well, these are just designed with lots of patterns. So I'm using these fun little dots that are kind of striped. The back side looks like that, and then there's another pattern in there that has some words in there, and then kind of a fun wood grain too. So you can see how fun the other in colors are too, and I've actually used up quite a bit of this too. I might need to get some more. So then the focus that I'm using as far as my card is the Banner Year bundle, and I was really hesitant to use this because Thanksgiving is so close, but I'm already on card number 10. I have plenty of time to get out the set of cards to people yet this week, and I'm even hoping in the next couple days to get a lot of the virtual November Stamp Camp cards sent out. And then I also have to go, you know what, not everybody's getting cards. Sometimes you just like the inspiration because you already have the Banner Year. You might already have the Banner Year punch. So this will give you plenty of time too to copy and design your own cards, maybe based on what I'm doing tonight. So if you like to follow along, that is found in the holiday catalog on page 65. So you can see Banner Year, the stamp set, and then if you get the punch and the stamp set together, there is a 10% savings. I always like that little 10% off. So some of you like to get just sometimes a stamp set, sometimes the punch, and if you do that separately, there's not the savings, but I love that there is the option of buying them separate and such. So what I have to warn you about, this is something that everybody gasped, and even I kind of have to go, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I must be having an off day. I took my Happy Thanksgiving greeting here in the Banner Year, and I put it on my stamp. I cut it apart so that Happy is on top, Thanksgiving is on the bottom. So it will come in your stamp set, Happy Thanksgiving. So that is my disclaimer. If you go, mine didn't look like bells, it didn't say Happy and Thanksgiving separate, that is because I cut mine, which I don't normally do that with my red rubber cling stamps, but I have been known to do it with the photopolymer just because they are pretty easy to cut through and everything. And the other nice thing, the next time I'm ready to use this, it's easy to line up to have it straight in a line too. So that, I wanted to tell you what I did before I got too far ahead of myself as well. So for my focal point, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that out right away. And I'm using the Tasteful Labels dies, which is from the annual catalog. Always so many fun frames, and I always feel like I can go to that set to get something that is going to fit my needs, fit my images perfect at some point. So let me just get out my die cut machine. This is the only thing I'm using it for tonight. And because I'm using photopolymer images, I'm going to cut out my frame first because I know it's going to fit through there, and I know I'm going to be able to see what I am doing, which is great too. Okay. Thanks, Marie, for cheering on my Vikings for me. I think when it's Monday Night Football, they need all the help they can get. Okay, so I've got this, and then here are my little pieces. So my card consists of cinnamon cider for the basic card base, and that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is what I'm going to set aside for the inside. And then my measurements for kind of the popped up piece is 4 1/2 by 3, and then this is just a little chunk which is 3 inches by 2 inches. So when I work with like the 6 by 6, here I want to grab the 6 by 6, you think, gosh, that's maybe not a lot, but yet I can get, if I cut these 2 by 3, I can get 6 of these little chunks off of one 6 by 6 piece of paper there, so that helps. So before I do any sticking or gluing together, I'm going to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat. And just a note, sometimes I don't talk about this. Let me get my camera a little bit closer. The Stampin' Pierce mat is not found in any catalogs because Stampin' Up! Said, hey, we're not going to sell that anymore. And then we kind of convinced them that they needed to. So they brought it back. So with my video, I always post a link and it will have the code. It's just a $5 item too. So anytime I use photopolymer, those see-through stamps, not my red rubber, but my photopolymer, I use my Pierce mat because that works really well. So the only ink pad that I'm using is Cinnamon Cider because it is monochromatic. So I'm kind of just playing with Cinnamon Cider and everything that kind of goes along with that. All right, so I'm going to do some stamping, and actually I'm going to kind of stamp off the sides of this. So I want to put this, whoops, underneath my stamping paper here so I can do all my stamping and end up not getting ink on my Pierce mat. So I'm just going to take the cute little acorn there, and I'm only needing to kind of stamp acorns on about to the bottom 2/3. So I'm just going to kind of fill in here and there, and I always think it looks most attractive when I can get some of the images going off the cardstock. C1 didn't stamp the best. I don't know. Oh, I think I just might leave it because I think I'll mess it up if I if I do anything else to it. So, and it doesn't look that terrible. So we have these, and then you can see they're kind of going off the paper here and there. And then I'm ready to put my Designer Series paper on next. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the seal adhesive, put that across the top like so, kind of wiggle it till it's even and on there. Perfect. All right, so I've got that going across the top, and then here we go. And then I just took another strip from here that had all the words on it, and whoops, it's upside down. So, and is actually Stampin' Up! Statement of the Heart, to love what we do and share what we love. And this we make a difference. And I've hopefully been living that out during COVID a lot more just because I've been sharing, but hopefully no germs. And that's why I've been doing these videos. I want the tag to actually be kind of on the opposite end of what I normally do. So I'm putting my strip with my words upside down in there and punching it with my banner punch. And this I cut 4 inches by 3/4. And so then when I flip it around, because I want my banner there, then my words are the right way. And then I am ready to kind of assemble that on here. So I wanted to pop this up. And I'm going to just put some dimensionals on all 4 corners like so. One in the middle. And so my other thing is with this stamp set, there's all sorts of things like actually Valentine's isn't that far away. So you could use some of the pink from actually Magenta color, Magenta Madness, and do a Valentine theme similar to this too. So there's lots that you could do following this monochromatic scheme that I'm coming up with tonight. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of a strip. Most of your cards will look like this. Some of you might maybe have a wood grain there too. So I'm just going to kind of overlap that and that because I just want it to kind of fit on my card, making sure that it doesn't go off that way or that way. And now we bring in this little piece that I've die cut. So before I put that on, I kind of want to show you that's my little kind of belly band of just paper strip there too. So hi, Mary Lou. Okay, so now like I said, here's my squirrel with my happy and Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to ink that up on my Cinnamon Cider, and it's so easy to center that on my die cut that I cut out because it is photopolymer. So I knew I wanted the Happy Thanksgiving from if you're just joining in, I knew I wanted the Happy Thanksgiving from my banner year. So I cut my stamp into two, happy and Thanksgiving. There we go. And so that's how I got that to come out like so. And let's see. I feel like my squirrel's over too much, but I don't want to have the nut there. I think I'm just going to leave the squirrel just like that. I toyed about doing it, but I just don't think that there's enough room. And I like the acorns everywhere else. So we're just going to leave it like that. I think of all sorts of things sometimes while I'm doing my video. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a few more dimensionals on this to pop it up. And it's not going to get really too bulky just because it's paper that can squish together and not a lot of embellishments yet. Okay, so then this is going to fit right along there. It's easy to line up like so. So that's about as easy as it gets as far as coming up with a card that is monochromatic. And of course it helps that the squirrel fits in with the color scheme of the card. So that's kind of the goal, is to, when you're doing something monochromatic, is start with what can I kind of stamp out. And a lot of times you could even have this be just a sentiment or something and just follow through with that sort of layout. And like I said, something like this could have easily been done for Halloween, coming up for Christmas, and then turn around for Valentine's using any of the sentiments and any of the images. So that would work for that too. Hello, Lisa, you're never too late. Okay, so when I look at my card, then it's time to finish the inside and the outside. So for the inside, I thought, oh, it'd be fun to add a little squirrel, but I kind of liked the way he was centered in there, and I didn't want to take off my Happier Thanksgiving because they were lined up so perfect, and I have a lot more cards to make for you guys that requested it. So I'm just going to take my little acorn here and ink that up, put it in the corner, ink it up again. So I have a couple of those both stamped out full strength, and I love the little bit of like the white that Stampin' Up! Put in the imagery to show a little bit of shadow there. So that is ready to just tape in, tape in the inside like so. And put that on there like that. And then of course I want a little bit of some kind of bling. So to totally coordinate with that fun paper, the 2020-2022 in color enamel dots match the exact same colors that is in that paper pack. So I'm just going to pull off a couple of the cinnamon cider. These are super flat, which for a card like this, when I've already kind of popped up a couple of the layers, it's kind of nice to have that. And usually I like things in threes, but I thought two just really fit that. So it really just fills in, adds just the perfect amount. Usually squirrels and bling don't go together, so I love that the cinnamon cider, you can see how flat that embellishment is, so it's really nice for going through the mail as well too. Hello, Rosina. So that is my card number 10 already, just like that, for November's virtual stamp camp. So let me flip this around. There we go. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a better Monday than I am. So, all right, I am going to leave you with card number 10. Like I said, my information for the code is on my stamping area here. I will upload this card, and just a reminder, I take my cards and I upload them to Pinterest right after I'm done with this too, as well as YouTube. So if you have friends that you love to stamp with and maybe they're not crazy about Facebook and that whole social media thing, encourage them to look at that and maybe see my videos that I've done on YouTube, or just pin some things to save for a later date with the cards that I'm doing on Pinterest. Thank you, Marie. So yeah, my goal is to take some pain meds, just kind of relax tonight, I think, and hope for a decent day tomorrow, even though it doesn't sound like it. And in 5 days, I might have better pain relief. So that's what the goal is. We'll see. So in the meantime, like I said, I might actually be looking through those if you missed the beginning, the new mini catalog, new celebration brochure. I'm really excited about that. So the 10 cards, how you can get them is there if you If you want the cards, you can get the 10 cards for $22. Just let me know. Or if there are things on your wish list and you want to take care of some of that, minimum $75 order will get you the cards for free. So I'm really catching up with the cards, which is nice too. So, yeah, so that will hopefully hopefully I'll be getting them out to you soon. So yeah, thank you guys. Like I'm usually not a complainer, but this has been months of really a lot of pain, and I've kind of just been like pretending it's not there, and that doesn't make it go away. So yeah, so during COVID too, it's kind of nice that my days are quieter, so that I can take care of myself maybe a little bit easier too than I would be if I was hauling all this stuff to go see you guys. So I'm trying to look at the bright side amongst it all, and that too. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are doing well and stay healthy too, because that is our whole goal about staying home and staying healthy too. So if you guys have any questions, at some point, I will be doing an unboxing of the pre-order when I do that for this. And if there's any specials that come up between now, like around Black Friday and such, I will definitely let you know about that too, because that's very exciting news. They've done that in the past. Don't know what they're doing yet. And so, yeah, if you have any questions in the meantime, or if anybody wants to sign up to be a virtual hostess, please let me know. Otherwise, my goal for December is to do December Stamp Camp virtually again, and maybe even try and get just like a little bit of a head start by demoing a few things earlier in the week, so like the very end of November, and that way when we're all busy during the holidays, it'll give everyone a chance to spend more time with family in that too. So that's kind of my goal for coming up too, for my schedule for videos and that too. So I will stop rambling. You guys have a great night, and I'll go cheer on my Vikings. Take care.